Ever get that feeling like you just want to learn something new, but faster?
Yeah.
Way faster.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like you wish there was a shortcut.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what if I told you there might be?
Oh, really?
We're going to be taking a deep dive into mental simulation.
Okay.
You might know it as mental practice or imaginary rehearsal.
I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't just going to be like a general overview, though.
Okay.
This is for someone like you who wants to understand things super well
Right.
and super quickly without being bogged down by a ton of details.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so for this deep dive, we went through a ton of research, including a really big meta-review.
Wow.
This meta-review looked at around 630 studies on mental simulation.
Okay.
And get this, these were published over 2 centuries,
Wow, that's a long time.
from 1806 to 2006.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So we've been thinking about this for a while,
Yeah.
but to get to the heart of what makes mental simulation work
Yeah.
and where it's most effective, this meta-review focused on 10 key publications,
Okay.
7 literature reviews, and 3 meta-analyses.
Got it.
So our mission here is to really understand how powerful mental simulation can be as a learning tool, and especially for all those complex skills and knowledge
Yeah,
you need in today's world.
definitely.
So let's break this down.
Okay.
For someone who's brand new to this idea, what is mental simulation?
So basically, mental simulation is creating a really clear picture in your mind
Okay.
of an idea or an action.
Ah,
You're practicing it in your mind to try to get better at it.
I see.
Like a classic example is like an athlete,
Okay.
like a tennis player, let's say,
Right.
who visualizes their serve.
Okay.
They're not just like passively thinking about it.
Yeah.
They're like picturing the motion,
Okay.
the feeling of the racket in their hand,
Yeah.
the trajectory of the ball, and the successful outcome.
So they're going through the whole thing in their mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
It kind of sounds almost too simple.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't everyone do this?
Yeah. It's something we all do on some level.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what's really interesting is that we live in a world that's obsessed with technology,
Right.
especially for learning.
Right.
But mental simulation is this completely human skill
Yes.
that you don't need any equipment for.
It's like completely free.
Exactly.
It's in your own mind.
Okay.
But the research shows that this very basic approach is actually really powerful for learners.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So what does the research say about how effective this actually is?
So when we look at the research, it's very clear
Okay.
that mental practice is much better than no practice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. It's intuitive.
Even if you're just thinking through something,
Yeah.
it's got to be better than nothing.
Definitely.
But can we quantify that?
We can, yeah.
Like, how much better is it?
So the meta-analyses found effect sizes
All right.
of 0.48, 0.53, and 0.68. Okay, now for anyone who's not familiar with effect sizes, what does that actually mean?
So these numbers show that mental practice has a positive effect on how well you do something.
Gotcha.
To put it more simply,
Yeah.
imagine you and someone else are learning the same thing.
Okay.
You use mental simulation.
Right.
The other person doesn't practice at all.
Okay.
You will probably see a pretty big difference in how well you both understand and can do the thing.
So, like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do better.
Yeah, you'll usually perform better.
Okay, so it gives me a leg up.
Exactly. It gives you a real advantage
Yeah.
just from using your mind.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But is it always the best way to go?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And you're right to think about that.
Okay.
Because the research also shows that sometimes actually doing the thing
Okay.
can be more beneficial
Okay.
than just mental practice.
Oh.
Or even mental practice combined with physical practice.
I see.
So it's not about replacing physical practice completely.
Right.
It's about understanding when mental simulation will help you the most.
So finding the right tool for the job.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and that brings us to the conditions that can affect how well mental simulation works.
Right.
And the first big thing is the type of skill you're trying to learn.
Yeah.
The research separates motor skills from cognitive skills.
Right.
So let's explain that to our listener.
Yeah. So motor skills are like physical actions,
Okay.
like playing an instrument
Okay.
or doing surgery
Good.
or even typing on a keyboard.
Okay, so like physical things.
Right. Exactly.
Cognitive skills are mental processes.
Yes.
Like memory, problem solving,
Yeah.
decision making,
Yeah.
understanding complex ideas.
Uh-huh.
And these are really important for learning new things quickly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, this is where things get really interesting,
Okay.
especially for someone like you who wants to learn quickly.
You're right.
The meta-analysis showed that mental simulation actually works better for cognitive tasks
Oh, wow.
than for motor tasks or even strength-based tasks.
Huh?
And the numbers are pretty crazy.
Okay.
1.44 was the mean effect size for cognitive tasks.
Okay.
That compares to 0.43 for motor tasks
Okay.
and just 0.20 for strength tasks.
So a huge difference.
A big difference.
Yeah.
And that means that even though we usually think about mental simulation for sports, it might be even more powerful for boosting your mental abilities
Okay.
if you want to learn new things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And some argue that mental simulation helps with motor skills
Yeah.
because those skills also use cognitive elements.
Okay.
The more thinking a task needs,
Yeah.
the more mental simulation seems to help.
It's like you're training your brain for the task.
Yeah, and even for something physical like that tennis serve we talked about, the player isn't just moving their body.
Right.
They're making decisions,
Yep.
trying to predict what their opponent will do,
Yeah,
and focusing their attention.
definitely.
And mental simulation can really improve those cognitive parts.
It's like you're practicing the mental game
Exactly.
as well as the physical one.
Right. And the research actually found that the more a motor task depends just on strength coordination
Okay.
and not so much on thinking,
Yeah.
the less helpful mental simulation is.
Interesting.
So this means that you can use mental simulation for a lot of different skills
Yeah.
to help you learn and remember new information better.
So it's not just for athletes?
Not just for athletes.
It's for anyone who wants to
I think-
learn and improve their thinking.
Exactly. So
Wow.
you're training your mind, not just your muscles.
Exactly.
Okay. That's a cool way to think about it.
Yeah.
Now, the research also looks at the difference between open and closed skills.
Right.
So what's that all about?
Okay. So think of it like this.
Okay.
A closed skill is done in a predictable environment
Okay.
that doesn't really change.
Gotcha.
And you control when you do it.
Okay.
So like bowling,
Okay.
the lane's always the same.
Yeah.
The pins are always set. You decide when to throw the ball.
Okay. I got it.
An open skill, though,
Yeah.
happens in a changing environment.
Okay.
Things you can't control affect what you do.
Right.
Like basketball.
Okay.
Your opponents are moving around.
Uh-huh.
The game situation is always different.
Right. It's a lot more unpredictable.
Exactly. Yeah.
So which type of skill benefits more from mental simulation?
So the research isn't totally clear on this.
Okay.
Some people think closed skills are easier to mentally simulate
Okay.
because they're more consistent.
Right.
You have a clearer idea in your head of what to do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other people say mental simulation is better for open skills.
Really?
Yeah, because it lets you practice different situations in your mind
I see.
and how you would react to them.
Okay.
So you're preparing for the unpredictable things.
Oh, so it's like a mental rehearsal
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
unexpected problems.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And there's also this middle ground view. That says mental simulation might be best for simple, closed motor tasks
Oh,
when you're first learning.
gotcha.
But for more complex open motor tasks, it gets more helpful as you get better
I see.
because you have more experience to base your mental simulations on.
So if I'm learning a complex game,
Mm-hmm.
mentally practicing different starting moves,
Yeah,
that's more closed.
right.
Might be good at first,
Okay.
but as I improve,
Mm-hmm.
mentally simulating how I'd react to my opponent's moves,
Right.
that's more open,
Yeah,
becomes more useful.
exactly.
Okay, that's a good example.
Yeah.
So the research on open versus closed skills and mental simulation
Mm-hmm.
is still going on.
Yeah.
But it shows that the type of skill you're learning
Uh-huh.
definitely matters.
Yeah, it plays a role for sure.
Okay, now let's move on to personal factors.
Okay.
It seems like our own individual traits
Yeah,
can really affect how well mental simulation works for us.
right.
And the first one is how familiar we are with the skill.
Right. So the idea is
Yeah.
if you're a total beginner at something,
Okay.
especially a cognitive skill,
Uh-huh.
it might be hard to mentally simulate well
Yeah.
because you don't really understand the basics yet.
Yeah.
It's like trying to build a complex machine
Mhm.
without knowing what the parts are.
Like trying to solve a physics problem.
Yeah,
But I don't even know Newton's laws.
exactly.
yeah.
And for motor skills,
Yeah.
beginners might accidentally practice the wrong way in their minds,
Oh,
which could make them worse when they actually do it.
that's not good.
Yeah, it's something to watch out for.
So you need to know at least a little bit
Yeah, some basic knowledge.
to make mental simulation work.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So generally, the more experience you have,
Uh-huh.
the more mental simulation will help you.
Yeah, that's usually true.
And that's probably because people with more experience
Yeah.
have a more accurate picture of the skill in their minds.
Right. They have a better mental model.
So their mental practice is more effective.
Yeah, it's more like the real thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The research also talks about how familiar we are with mental simulation itself
Ah,
and whether we use an external or internal perspective. So can you
yeah.
explain that a little?
Sure. So when you do mental simulation,
Yeah.
you can kind of see it from two different points of view.
Yeah.
An external perspective is like watching yourself do the action,
Okay.
like you're watching a video of yourself.
Gotcha.
An internal perspective is like experiencing it from inside your own body.
Okay.
You feel the sensations
Yeah.
and see things as if you were actually doing it.
So with the tennis serve,
Uh,
I could either picture myself serving from across the court
right, that's external.
or I could feel the swing and the racket hitting the ball
Exactly, that's internal.
from my own point of view.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the research usually says that the internal perspective is better.
Really?
Yeah, especially for physical activities.
Mm-hmm.
It's thought to be because it activates your kinesthetic sense.
Kinesthetic sense, what's that?
It's like your awareness of your body's movement and position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the external perspective can still be useful, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Some research shows it might be better for building confidence
Okay.
and self-efficacy,
Self-efficacy meaning?
like your belief in your ability to succeed.
Okay, so if I see myself doing well, even if it's just in my head,
Yeah,
that can motivate me
exactly.
and make me less anxious.
Right.
So which perspective is best might depend on what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then there are our own individual factors,
Uh-huh.
like our ability to concentrate
Yeah.
and to create mental images.
Right.
Those come into play too,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Mental simulation is all about using your mind.
Yeah,
So how good you are at those things will affect how well you can do it.
right.
Like your attention span, how vivid your mental images are,
Yeah.
how much you can hold in your working memory.
Yeah.
All of those things can affect how well you mentally practice,
Okay.
and therefore how much it helps you learn and perform.
And it's hard to know exactly what's happening in someone's head,
That's true.
even if you give them specific instructions.
Right.
You can't be sure they're doing it exactly right in their mind.
It's like a black box in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that makes research on mental stimulation a bit tricky.
it does. Yeah,
It's hard to control for all the variables.
definitely.
And while there's no clear evidence that men and women are different
Uh-huh.
in how well they can do mental simulation,
Okay.
things like spatial reasoning ability,
Oh, what that?
how good you are at understanding and manipulating shapes and spaces,
Okay.
that might be more important for some tasks.
Makes sense.
And last but not least, under personal factors, there's motivation.
Right.
The research mentions the Hawthorne effect here.
Okay.
Can you explain what that is?
So the Hawthorne effect is basically when people change their behavior because they know they're being watched
Oh,
or because they're part of a study.
I see.
So in mental simulation research,
Yeah.
if you have a group of people practicing mentally,
Uh-huh.
just the fact that they're getting attention
Right.
and are part of a study
Yeah.
might make them more motivated.
Okay.
And they might do better,
Uh-huh.
even if the mental simulation itself isn't the main reason.
So if you compare them to a group that's not doing anything,
Right.
some of the difference might be because the mental practice group is more motivated.
Yeah, they're just more engaged
Yeah.
because they're part of the study.
Yeah, it's like they're trying harder.
Exactly.
Okay, so the act of trying to improve can be motivating on its own.
Yeah, definitely.
So now let's get into the specifics.
Okay.
Like, how long should our mental practice sessions be?
Yeah.
And how many times should we repeat things?
Right.
The research has some interesting and maybe even conflicting findings.
It does. Yeah, it's not straightforward.
Okay, so tell me about the time.
So how long you practice?
Yeah.
Some early research said that very short sessions,
Okay.
less than a minute,
Yeah.
or moderately long sessions, like 15 to 25 minutes,
Okay.
seem to be more effective than medium-length sessions.
Huh.
But when they looked more closely at the studies
Yeah.
and controlled for some things, they found that generally the more mental practice,
Yeah.
the better the results.
So should I just mentally practice forever then?
Well, not really.
Oh.
Other research says there's probably a point where you don't get as much benefit.
Oh, diminishing returns.
Exactly.
Correct.
So practicing longer doesn't necessarily mean you'll improve more.
I see.
They recommend practicing for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And after that, you might not see as much improvement.
Gotcha.
And just like physical practice,
Uh-huh.
spreading out your practice over time is better than doing it all at once.
Oh, so I should do shorter mental practice sessions more often.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Rather than one long session.
Gotcha. And what about repetitions?
So how many times you repeat something?
Yeah.
Interestingly, the research didn't find a strong connection between the total number of mental practice trials and how much you improve.
Interesting.
But similar to the length of the session, they found that either a very small number of repetitions or a moderate number seemed to work best.
Within a single trial.
Yeah, exactly. But again, after adjusting the data, this relationship became more linear.
What does that mean?
Meaning that more repetitions generally led to better results.
Okay, so it sounds like we don't have a definitive answer yet
Not yet, no.
on the ideal amount of mental practice.
Yeah, we need more research.
Okay.
But it's also important to remember that cognitive tasks are different from motor tasks.
Yeah.
They don't usually involve as many repetitions.
Yeah.
And people often overestimate how long it takes to mentally simulate something.
Really?
Yeah, especially for complex movement.
So if I'm mentally rehearsing a presentation, it might feel longer in my head than when I actually give it.
Exactly.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the procedures and instructions
Okay.
for guiding mental simulation.
Right.
This is where the research shows that there's no standard way to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety.
So there's no one-size-fits-all method.
Right.
And researchers have used all sorts of ways to guide people through mental simulation.
Yeah, like some studies just ask people to mentally practice.
Okay.
And others use scripts or audio instructions or even videos to guide the mental imagery.
So it's all over the place.
Yeah, it really is.
So some people are just told to imagine it, while others get really specific instructions.
Yeah, exactly.
And researchers don't agree on what's best.
Right.
Some think you should give people lots of details.
Okay, like to imagine the environment, the actions, their feelings, and even the outcome.
So like creating a whole mental movie.
Exactly.
But others say it's better to give more open-ended instructions.
Yeah.
So people can use their own imagination.
Yeah.
They think that too many details might limit the mental simulation.
Yeah.
Okay, so more research is needed
Definitely.
to figure out the best way to guide people
Yeah.
with different skills and learners.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about what mental simulation is and what affects how well it works.
Yeah.
But the big question is, why does it work?
Right.
The research looks at a few different explanations.
It does.
So let's explore those.
Okay, so one theory is the motivational theory,
Okay.
which basically says
Yeah.
that just thinking about a task can make you more interested in it.
Okay.
And that can make you more motivated to do it well.
So just thinking about something makes me want to do it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Then there's the symbolic learning theory,
Okay.
which says that mental practice helps us understand the cognitive parts of a skill,
Okay.
like the rules, the strategies, the concepts. By mentally rehearsing these things, we improve our understanding of the task.
So that's why it works so well for cognitive skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Another theory is the attentional arousal theory.
Okay.
This one says that to perform well, you need to have the right level of focus and physiological arousal.
Arousal meaning like my body's ready to go.
Yeah, like your heart rate, your breathing.
Okay.
Mental simulation helps you mentally prepare
I see.
to get into that ideal state.
So it's like a mental warm-up.
Exactly. Yeah. Then there's the bioinformational theory, which says that any action, whether it's physical or mental, uses a specific network of information in your brain.
Okay.
And mental rehearsal strengthens those networks,
Interesting.
making it easier to do the task.
So it's like building stronger pathways in my brain.
Exactly.
So when I mentally practice something, I'm making the connections in my brain stronger.
Yeah, for that skill.
Okay, that's cool.
And finally, there's the psychoneuromuscular theory.
What a mouthful.
I know, right?
Okay, psychoneuromuscular theory.
So this one says that even just imagining movements can activate your muscles.
Really?
Yeah, but in a very subtle way.
Oh.
You don't actually move.
Okay.
But this tiny muscle activity is like a rehearsal for your muscles.
Oh, wow.
It strengthens the connection between your brain and your muscles.
So it's like muscle memory, but from just thinking.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. That's wild.
It is pretty cool.
That just, my thoughts can have a physical effect.
Even a small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mental simulation probably doesn't work because of just one of these theories.
Right.
It's probably a combination.
Yeah, most likely.
And which one's more important might depend on the skill
Uh-huh.
and the person.
Definitely.
Okay, so we've got a good understanding of mental simulation.
Yeah.
And why it works.
Uh-huh.
It's a powerful tool, especially for cognitive skills, which is great for our listeners who want to learn efficiently.
Absolutely.
But how can we actually use this in education and in our own lives?
Right. That's the key question.
What's next for mental simulation?
So mental simulation has been used in sports training.
Yeah.
But using it in education more broadly,
Okay.
especially for complex cognitive, emotional, and behavioral skills,
Right.
that's still pretty unexplored.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of potential there.
There really is.
The research mentions some interesting possibilities.
Yeah.
Starting with emotion management.
Right.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, it is.
So it's kind of like cognitive behavioral therapy.
Uh-huh.
You mentally practice dealing with situations
Oh?
that usually make you feel strong emotions.
Yeah.
By rehearsing coping mechanisms in your mind,
Uh-huh.
you can learn better ways to manage your emotions in real life.
So like if I'm going into a stressful situation, I can mentally practice staying calm and focused.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
But we still need more research.
To really understand how well this works.
Okay, what about behavior skills?
Okay, so for things like starting new habits,
Okay.
the research says it's better to mentally simulate the process
Okay.
of doing the behavior
Yeah.
rather than just imagining the end result.
So like if I want to start exercising every morning,
Yeah.
I should mentally go through the steps.
Right.
Like waking up, getting dressed, starting my workout,
Exactly.
instead of just picturing myself already being fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about the journey, not just the destination.
Yeah. Focus on the steps.
And then there are the complex cognitive skills,
Right.
like improvisation, strategic thinking, problem solving.
Uh-huh.
This is really important for our listeners who want to learn quickly.
Absolutely.
So for improvisation, whether it's music or public speaking,
Right.
that attentional arousal theory might be key.
Yeah.
You're mentally preparing yourself to be creative.
Exactly.
But again, we need more research
Yeah.
to see how to use mental simulation for these kinds of skills
Yeah.
that are unpredictable and need you to be flexible.
Exactly.
And for strategic and analytical thinking.
So for that, the symbolic learning theory might be important.
Okay.
Mental simulation could help you practice different analytical frameworks and strategic approaches.
Yeah.
So you can think more quickly and effectively.
So I'm training my brain to be more strategic.
Yeah, exactly.
But the research says that your own cognitive abilities, like your intelligence, will also play a role.
Okay.
And we need to study that more.
And then there's reasoning, problem-solving, decision-making.
Right, all the essential skills.
Super important
Especially
in today's world.
Yeah.
So for those, the bioinformational theory might be at work, mentally rehearsing how to solve a problem. Okay.
Or make a decision.
Yeah.
Can strengthen the connections in your brain.
So I'm practicing those mental pathways.
Exactly.
But these complex mental simulations might take more time and focus and maybe more structured guidance. Right.
Yeah. We need to do more research on that.
Okay.
And the research gives an example of teachers guiding students through mentally tackling problems.
Yeah.
Using instructions or even multimedia. Okay.
That seems like a good way to use mental simulation in education.
Yeah, a really practical application.
Yeah, exactly.
And it shows that mental simulation is a cheap and accessible method that you can use anywhere, anytime.
Right.